done training camp, went over to Alicante for a week, and that's when I got the nickname Rhoose Rhino from.
Okay.
So I was sparring. So I would say it was about four or five different 4 teams. I would say it was an Irish team, a Welsh team, and a Spanish team, and then there was like another team there. And I was sparring this foreign fella. He was a bloke. He was about 25, and he was a champion of wherever he was from. He had arms like that. And when he said I was sparring him, I was looking at him thinking, oh fuck, this is gonna be a hard one. I'm a little puppy in there with him now. And I had Zach Davis in my corner, so Colin Jones and was sorting out the other boys. And when I mean sorting out the other boys, I mean like the better boys. So I was the weakest link on the squad. I was the least experienced. All the other boys had 50 plus fights, and they were good. They were really good boys. So Colin was sorting out all of them. So Zach was helping me out in my corner. And I thought to myself, do you know what? Sod this. I'm just going to go toe to toe with this guy and just have it off with him. By the third round, everyone had stopped what they were doing. They were watching me spar this kid. And I swear that my nose was like that. My bloody eyes were fat. My lip was fat. My nose was running with blood. And it was like, he was punching me, I was just punching him. It was like punch for punch. It was like a proper war.
Yeah.
4 rounds, and when I stopped, everyone was just looking at me. I went back. Oh, fuck me, that was hard.
Yeah.
And Zach, yeah. So, but I loved it. It was amazing. I just the feeling of hard sparring or a hard fight. I love it.
Yeah.
Do you know that feeling of getting punched in the face? It sounds quite mad, and it sounds stupid, but honestly, the feeling of me getting punched in the face, I love the feeling of waking up next day like, oh, my body is battered, but it is so satisfied. It's nuts. Yeah. It's absolutely nuts. But yeah, Zach goes, "Buddy, Jay, you're like a rhino." Just kept going forward. I said, "Yeah, I know, I love it." I went back and told the boys, and they were like, "You're like the Rhoose Rhino."
There you go.
And that's how I was stuck then, and it was just all because I went war with this bloody foreign fella. And my mind, well, it helps as well. My nose is bent as fuck, and I have a massive nose on me. My old beak. I think that's why my mum didn't want me to box. I had a cute little button nose. Well, that's all ruined, but not anymore. But there you are.
Take damage, don't you? If you get punched in the face for a living.
But yeah, it has its toll on you. There's only so many fights you can have as well, but like, do you know, I'm just waiting for the day that where I can have my opportunity to have an absolute war with anyone. If it's a 10 rounder or a 12 rounder, if it's for a title, if it's not for a title, I don't care. As long as I have that absolute war, you know. And I'd probably take it to like the old school days, you know. You see them old school fighters, like the most legendary one is R2 Gatti and Mickey Ward. That's a legendary fight. Do you know what I mean? Everyone still talks about it.
You don't see many like that these days at all, do you?
No. At all. Literally, is more. Well, the MMA fights are more interesting because you see more wars than you do in the boxing now, and you don't. And that's all. That to me is like a world title to me. If I can have a 12-round war with, and listen, it don't have to be for a belt. It just. You know
what I mean? It's like,
and people will be like, fucking hell, Jay, you had... I mean, even when I retire, I want people to be like, fucking hell, you had that hell of a war. Yeah. I remember that fight, man. That was class. And that's what I want.
So, in your amateur career, like, did you have any... Like, I know it's only short rounds, isn't it? But
yeah.
Like, any fights like that where you were
good
able
terms.
to go?
Yeah, I boxed. Yeah, so Jerry Connors, he was a good one. He beat me on I think it was a split, and for that fight I was not up for it. I didn't want to be there. That was the one fight where I was like, oh, I wish I was home. I was just, my mind was elsewhere. And the second round, he stepped back. He just pinged me clean, and it was the first time where my eyes went like black. I was holding on. And then that was it. Then I just switched. I just had an absolute scrap with him. Just roughed him up. You know, he roughed me up, and I was bleeding. He was a bit. You know, I don't know if he was bleeding. I can't remember that one. I know I was bleeding. It was a good scrap. He beat me, but I didn't go down, softly, like, do you know what I mean? I stood my ground and I fought. Dylan Hayward, he beat me 3 times, but then 3 times he caught me off guard where I wasn't really at my fittest. Now, it's not an excuse, like, because as a boxer you should always be fit, but I had a few problems regarding my medical, so I wasn't really training much. But again, he beat me fair and square, and again I tried to went toe to toe with him. My biggest victory of going to war was Crimea Prize, and that was for the Welsh Youth. And that was he's the kiddie. It was mad because Dylan Hayward beat me, but Crimea beat Dylan Hayward, and I beat Crimea, which was quite mad. Like, it was styles clashed, but that was my best win ever. I was a hell of a
enjoyed that one.
If only I had a video or whatever, you see it. It was good boxing by me. Probably the best as an amateur. Probably the best I ever boxed as an amateur, and I won the prelims, the quarters, semis, and the final. I won all 4 fights on the bounce, and I stopped 2 of them on the go. Like, so it was well deserved. I put all my effort into it, and really, my uncle, he challenged me right. The best move for me was going to my uncle. He really challenged me. He got into my head, and it was good.
Really focused, like.
Yeah, really, really focused, and
because when you said then about the fight you had where you weren't, like, your mind was elsewhere.
Yeah, elsewhere.
I imagine boxing or any combat sport is like the worst sport to be.
Horrible.
Where
really
your mind's elsewhere, because you're constantly at risk and you're getting smashed up.
September, my fight in September just gone, boxing Cardiff, and I had a lot of problems behind the scene that not many people knew about. I had injuries, didn't spar for 3 weeks or 4 weeks, so I missed a lot on the punching side. I had a lot of problems with personal problems with family, and that was going on. It was all a little bit too much. And then to top it off, and I don't care what anyone says. I had to put my dog down. I don't care what anyone says. You don't realise how close you are to your dog, their family. So that was a bit of a stinger in the old gut, and it really got me down. But that was just the icing on the cake. My head was all over the place prior to that.
Straw,
and I was just like, oh my god. And then I went, do you know what, sod it. I went to a festival the week before my fight. I got absolutely hammered. But no one knows this, and I just needed to let my head loose. And came back, and I went on a Monday, back training, and it was weird, as if everything just flipped and everything was just got solved, everything was fine.